Debbie, and I am here with a planner project video to share with you. This is sort of an informal video because I have already finished my planner project, and I had posted on Instagram that I had transformed my pocket traveler's notebook into a Louis Vuitton traveler's notebook by deconstructing a bag that I had that was really old. It was just basically non-repairable, and many of you had asked if I had did a video. So I thought I'd do sort of an informal video. So a little bit about this planner. This is my pocket size Chic Sparrow planner, and let me just show you here. Let me peel this up a little bit. This is the Chic Sparrow planner. You can kind of see the name right there. It's a pocket size, the creme brulee, or the chocolate creme or something like that. The chocolate, it's in chocolate, I know that for a fact. I really like this planner, the pocket size. It's great for like just kind of tossing in your bag and as like an everyday carry type of planner. I don't have it set up with like fancy, you know, paper or dashboards. The interior is like this chocolate, you know, pretty chocolate brown. I did the white stitching. I've got like the pockets here on this side and then a secretarial pocket in the back with a pin loop. But it's a really good, still good condition planner. I was just wanting to kind of change it up a bit. So I basically just took my planner and took all the inserts out and did some measurements on the size that I would need in turn for the canvas to cut. So it's a four strings. It holds 4 notebooks. I could probably put 2 extra notebooks in there with the jump bands, but this is kind of what the whole thing looks like on the outside. And basically what I did was I just took out this little center elastic, the closing part, and then I unstringed all this. So when you go to take all your elastics out, make sure you remember how to put them back in, because I kind of got stuck restringing them, but then I realized like, oh, it has to go like kind of zigzag. But this is how it looks, and here's the whole back side. So basically what I did was I took my Speedy 25, and here is my bag here. Some of you may remember this bag. I did a video where I painted it. This is that bag, and I just sort of cut it all up. Like the interior was pretty much busted. I mean, I bought it in this condition. I bought it used, and I was, you know, I wanted a used bag. That's what I did. I bought it, and it's got like, you know, it's starting to crack up in here. Like, I mean, this bag is gone. So I just went through and I cut basically from one side all the way to the other, because if you know, Speedies are made with one continuous piece of canvas. So that's what I have left over. And I ended up with a large canvas piece like this. If I can get it all on screen, let me see. So I ended up with a large canvas piece like so, and I just made sure to measure out with my planner the size that I needed for the canvas, and I just kind of lined it up. And then let me flip on this side, but I lined it up to where I was able to see the white stitching, because I wanted that to show. So it looks like it was, you know, a stitched piece of LV canvas, you know, as a traveler's notebook. And I just carefully, like with each, you know, precision cut, I, you know, used a ruler, straight edge, and I just marked it with an ink pen, and I drew the line, and then I would cut with the scissors. I just made sure it was completely straight. Then I would line it back up again just to make sure. And if it was kind of like wonky, I would like trim one side down a little bit till I had it completely flush with the stitching. And then I moved it over to the sides. So then I did the shorter sides actually. I did the same thing like this. I just lined it all up until it was completely straight with the stitching. And I did that all the way around until I had smooth edges on all 4 sides of my canvas. Now this piece is a little bit larger. I had to trim it down. When you get to like that last side, I worked from like the bottom up. So the top half, it was a little bit over on, it had like overhang. And I slowly just trimmed away until it was lined up perfectly. Because once you cut, there's no going back. Like, it's gone. You cut it, that's it. So you just kind of take your time and make sure everything lines up with the stitching, and then that way you'll have straight edges all the way around your one piece of canvas. Once you have your canvas ready for your traveler's notebook, and I'm going to peel this back up. It shouldn't be any problem because I just did this the other day, so it's not quite cured to the leather. I just peeled all this up to show you kind of how to put this on, but look, it's like so like, but anyway, I've got double stick tape and I'm using this tape here. It's the Scotch Advanced Tape Glider. It's the refill tape for the big like scrapbook gun thing that you use when you do scrapbooks. That's what I use. I took this right here. It's like a double-sided, like a roller that helps apply the glue, the tape to the surface. And if I get this off, I can show you real quick what I did. I was debating on if I wanted to film this or not. That's why I don't have a proper video, so I'm kind of like recreating it. But I'm just using this double-sided tape and I'm gonna go all along my canvas like so. And it took, you know, just a couple of rolls all the way down. You can see that it's starting to cover the canvas all the way down, and like the edge, like so. I mean, it's a real easy like process. I just stuck that on there and it's like really sticky. So there's like, I mean, there's no like, this is like super sticky. I can pick this up like this. That's how sticky this thing is. And once you get your canvas shaped up to the size that you're going to use on your traveler's notebook. Oh, and also you want to like kind of trim the corners a little bit so that they kind of line up with the stitching, or that they go along with the stitching on your traveler's notebook. So if it's squared off, you want to make it squared off. If it's rounded, if it's a rounded corner, you want to kind of trim it just a little bit to fit in there. And then I just applied this on top of my traveler's notebook, and I just did a section at a time, just sort of smoothing this out and making sure that it lined up with the stitching. Oh, it's so sticky. Yeah, I won't have any problems with this like coming up, I don't think, because I mean that tape is like, it's strong. Now when I was cutting it yesterday, because I did this late last night, I'm sorry I'm not like in camera view, but I was trimming this up late last night, and so when I got to the back side, I sort of like cut a little too far, and so you can kind of see that I have like a jagged edge right there, but I mean, it's no biggie. I mean, it's on the back side of my notebook, so you don't really notice that much. But yeah, once you kind of work it in, it'll start to cure to your notebook, and then that is it. It's done. And that's how I was able to cover this notebook. And then once you have your canvas on top of the traveler's notebook, you're gonna take, I don't know the proper names of these like craftsman tools, but I love this little set. I sort of a hammer tool and a metal edge where I'm gonna poke the holes so that I can rethread all of this. And so if you look closely, I've got like 1, 2, 3 holes at the top, 3 down here, and then this center one here. And I basically just, let me pull this center one out. And since the holes were already in the traveler's notebook to begin with, I just sort of placed this in here and put it on your little surface area, and then I just kind of hammered all the way through until it poked a hole back there in the back of the actual canvas that I adhered to my traveler's notebook. And so I did that on all of the tops and the bottoms, and then you'll want to rethread your elastic back through your traveler's notebook. Let's see if I can do this real quick. You might need some tools to kind of help push it through, but you should be able to pull that through like pretty easy. It should come right through like so. And then that's it. And then you just, you know, rethread all of your strings, and then that's pretty much it for, you know, covering up your notebook. And then there you go. You can, you know, add your charm on there, put your little notebooks back in here. And also, like, kind of like a tip, if you're wanting to do something like this, I would suggest going to like your thrift stores and looking for like busted out like LV bags. You can find a lot. I know like my local like Goodwill and Salvation Army, they have like, I know like the Goodwill, they have auctions like every weekend, and you can go like midweek to see what items are going to be available and check to see if you can find like any, you know, LV products or any purses and all that. And I also have another little quick project. I had some extra canvas material left over, and I made like my own little cell phone, you know, case. I just took a simple case that I found at, I think it was like the dollar store or something, and I ripped like the actual backing that came on the cell phone case, and I made a pattern, and I cut out some extra canvas, and I used the same tape and I applied it to my cell phone, and I have a cute little cell phone, LV cell phone case, which I really like. I like that contrast with like the black too. So, but that's just some little fun like things that you can do with like your canvas. You can kind of, you know, upcycle the canvas and you know, make your items a little bit more decorative. Then a few months back, I made a watch band from a strap that I had on a LV wristlet makeup case. I wasn't using the strap, so I just cut it off, and all I had to do was add my hardware, and I've been wearing this like pretty much every day since I made that video. That is it for this video. I hope you got some tips on, you know, wanting to kind of upcycle your canvas if you have some old bags, you know, lying around in the closet somewhere. Or thanks for watching the video, and thanks for having like an interest in checking me out on Instagram, and have a good one. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share, and I will see you next time. Well, that is it for this video. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below so you'll stay in the know when I post my next video. I will see you next time. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Bye.